Howdy, y'all. Back this morning with a contest submission. That is for Alex the Comic Hoarder's 200 sub contest. Congratulations, Alex, on hitting the 200 subs. And I can see you're already pushing well beyond that. And that's terrific. Really terrific. I share in your excitement and your enthusiasm. You've got a great channel. Your presentation is warm and engaging, and you've got great comics, buddies. So, hey, what more can anyone ask for, right? I've got my notes here, and I've written down the criteria for the contest. My memory's not what it used to be, so the criteria for the contest is 18 plus. Yes, I passed that a long time ago. There is a list of younger YouTubers, newer YouTubers, I don't know how young they are, that he wants you to subscribe to on his video for this contest, and I'll post below both a link to his contest video, and then y'all can check out all the folks that you need to be subscribed to in order to qualify for this contest. I'm happy to say I was already subscribed to about half of them, so excuse me. And I appreciate you, excuse me again, way too much coffee this morning. I appreciate you turning me on to some more of the newer channels, man. That's one of my favorite things to do here on YouTube, is to discover some of the newer channels, and I always try to give all the support that I can. The more the merrier, yes? Okay, so I've subscribed to all of the channels. And Alex, what do I collect? Well, anyone who knows me knows that I'm not much of a collector of anything anymore. I mean, if anything, I've already liquidated a lot of my collections, particularly the comics. I've blown out about 7,000 comics over the last 20-some years, something like that. The one thing that I did collect, and I suppose I do still pick up on occasion, are posters. I've got a poster collection that's 300 plus deep. I started collecting posters, I suppose, as a kid in the mid-70s. My oldest poster that I still have from those times is this Mylar Neil Adams Chainbuster Superman poster that I showed off in a previous video. But posters, I still pick them up. Back around 1979, I started collecting, here, let me back up for this. I started collecting James Dean posters, and I've got probably, without going up and taking a count, I've probably got at least 50 James Dean posters, maybe as high as 75. Again, I've kind of lost track, but that's certainly something that I do collect and will continue to collect. Are my beloved James Dean posters. What else? Shout outs. Yes. Got a couple of guys that I've been watching here. I suppose they're some of the again the newer YouTubers that I really love their videos, engaging guys, and great content. Terrific. Marvin 88, love your stuff, man. I get a smile on my face every time I see you've got a new video posted. Davis Comic Finds, yep. Very low-key, very soothing kind of videos. And a great collection. If y'all haven't checked out Davis's videos, and indeed his astonishing collection of The Amazing Spider-Man, and if you want something nice to just chill out to, check out Davis Comic Finds. At the other end of the spectrum is my man JoJo, L Comic Box. He is so full of crazy energy. There's this terrific manic quality to his videos and his narration of them. He just cracks me up. He cracks me up. And I know whenever I see one of his new videos hit my inbox, I know I'm in for a good time. So I'll just pour a cup of coffee and, let her rip, man. I think of JoJo as something of an acquired taste, and I mean that in the best way possible. JoJo, you know that. I've mentioned this to you before, my man. In the same way that I believe that I'm an acquired taste. But God almighty, I just love his videos. You crack me up, brother. Moving on. What's the here? With comics, what do I collect? How do I collect? What might be my favorite character and why? Maybe talk about my favorite artist. Okay. Just a short stack of things to kind of answer all of those inquiries. Anyone who knows me knows that Gil Kane is my all-time favorite artist. He was inescapable when I was a child, buying books off the rack in the 70s. Here is my all-time favorite comic book, for which he does this cover. God almighty, this thing gets almost as much airtime as I do. I've shown it so many times. I think this is my best copy. But I don't know. I've got so many of these around here. Gil Kane, favorite artist, hands down. Hands down. Just a couple of incredibly beloved books here. Cap 159. I loved this Steve Englehart and Sal Buscema run from 72 to about 74, 75, something like that. And this is my all-time favorite issue from the run. Talk about an incredible example of a battle issue. Great, 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 great stuff. Sal just tears it up. Another great run from that time was Call, and this was Mike Ploog's first issue. He only did a couple of them in the run, but they were great fun nonetheless. Very happy to get this. It's the Tanji Farm copy. Love my Tanji Farm books. They're great. Great, 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 great issue. Another great run from the period was The Shadow, and Michael Kaluta did the first 5 or 6 issues. Absolute classic early bronze stuff. Devastating in every way. Yep. But as far as collecting itself, again, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I was obsessed with buying comic books as a kid in the 70s, all the way through high school in the 70s, and I read runs of books. The Captain America run that I mentioned. I was totally into Spider-Man, the Gary Conway, Ross Andrews stuff, and I actually started picking those up around Spidey 119. It was one of the Hulk issues where I actually started picking up Spider-Man on a regular basis, and that carried through for a couple of years. I was, again, no surprise, Panther's Rage from the Jungle Action run, number 6 through, what the heck was it now? 17, I think. Number 6 through 17, I believe. Possibly my very favorite storyline from those childhood years. Here is a stunning warehouse copy of number 7. This thing is a blazer, folks. I can feel my fingertips heating up just holding it. That is a blazer. I'll go to my grave singing the praises of Panther's Rage. The other one that I'll continue to sing the praises of, it's actually getting some heat now with the Doctor Strange movie, but it was the whole Death of the Ancient One. Marvel Premiere number 9 through 14. Here's my beloved number 13, super high grade. Oh, Lord. I just... Oh, my goodness. My favorite character. That changed over the years, too, I gotta tell you. I suppose when I was a kid, Spider-Man and Captain America were the ones that leapt out at me. Deeply devoted to those characters and those titles. I also really liked the Avengers in those early days. The Batman has always carried through. And I suppose when I got into what we could call adulthood, you know, after high school and into the 80s and all that stuff, yeah, the Batman was... it's just all about the Batman. Somewhere in the late 80s or the 90s, I began to develop this appreciation for Superman. And I suppose you could say now that Superman is just my all-time favorite character. And there is just something about his iconic American status, the image of Superman, the thought of Superman, the God on Earth thing about Superman. It's Superman, folks. Another beloved run was Bernie Wrightson, Len Wein, and Bernie Wrightson's number 1 through 10. This is the stuff of legend for my generation. Here's a stunning Koch Warehouse copy of number 5. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. Here's the last book. Here's another Koch Warehouse copy. Great Tarzan 207. I love Joe Kubert's Tarzan. I don't even know what else I can say about it. It's just such a beloved run for me. Incredible. Oh, and one final thing. I think, Alex, I think I've answered all your questions, but I'll wrap this up by saying that there were 2 titles that I cottoned on in the 70s that my love for them ran throughout the 70s. And the one was Howard the Duck. As I grew older and I became a voracious reader, and the content of what I was reading became more sophisticated. I love Howard the Duck. Steve Gerber and Gene Colan's Howard the Duck. I was also a serious devotee of Roy Thomas and John Buscema's Conan the Barbarian. And that was certainly the longest run of books I ever bought off the rack. It lasted for 5 or 6 years, and I only missed maybe 1 or 2 books in all that time off the rack. So, long-winded, yes. Alex, congratulations on your 200, my man. I've been watching all the entries to your contest, and I'm seeing some terrific stuff. I love these contest videos. So there you go. I think I nailed everything, bud. Thanks for your generosity in the contest, and thank you all for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.